Welcome to the only channel that doesn't just talk trading. We live it. This ain't signals and shiny indicators, it's raw skill, real setups, supply and demand, psychology and precision. If you're ready to level up, you're in the right place. Every trade has a reason, every move is calculated. I'm here to break it all down. Live trades, breakdowns, game plans, so you can stop guessing and start executing like a pro. Lock in, take notes, and remember, amateurs react, professionals anticipate. This game rewards patience, but punishes hesitation. It's not about doing more, it's about doing it right. The setup speaks, the chart tells a story. Are you listening? Most people chase the move, we prepare for it. Zoom in, lock in. Let's get into it.
Yo, 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 yo. Listen, a lot of people chase the move. We prepare for it. This is Yo Javi, and we're gonna go straight to it because I am looking to trade oil here. I'm waiting for this supply zone, this 5-minute supply. So hopefully we get a live trade here, and that will be what we're gonna do today, the live trade. Now let me check something here. So I've been trying to catch, and I know this is a counter trend move, so I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the consequences. I've been trying to catch this counter trend move. I tried it on the 15-minute supply. I tried it there. I tried the entry, the re-entry, right? And it didn't work out. It didn't work out yet. So I'm waiting for this 5-minute supply. Like, it tapped. So that's what I'm waiting for here. I actually took this once, but I cut the L short. So I'm still looking for that move because, listen, first of all, my experience tells me that these type of moves, they usually work in my experience. Now, it doesn't mean that I catch them all the time, right? But I'm not gonna give up on it. I mean, I'll try one more entry, but that's what I mean. Now, why am I taking this move? Why am I so persistent on this move? This 5-minute supply. So first of all, we have 3 supplies lining up. A 5-minute supply, a 15-minute supply, and a 1-hour supply. I have 3, not 1, but 3 time frames in agreement. 3. So of course, that move could happen anywhere inside of this 1 hour. Now, it doesn't have to happen on the 15-minute time frame or zone, 15-minute supply. It doesn't have to happen on the 5-minute supply. It could happen somewhere up here. It can, but I'm going to go with the strategy. So this would be the break of the candle here if it was to happen here. And I'm taking this on my platform account, on the challenge account. My funds did on my live account, I do have the funds. Like, they did come in. I share that on my Discord. But I'm gonna keep funding it a little bit more. So I'm gonna give that account a break. So here the entry would be right now at 61.57. 61.57, and I'm going with minis this time. I put the limit order right here. 2 minis at 61.57. That's where I'm at right now. That's what we're waiting for here. Right now, the market is wicking this 5-minute supply zone. So far it's looking good. This is what I mean on the intro by preparing for the move. I'm not chasing buys here. I'm preparing for the market to dump. Now, it doesn't mean it will dump when I think it's going to dump, when my strategy says it's going to dump. I just have to prepare and follow my strategy. So now look at what happened before in this 5-minute supply between 61.67 and 61.72. Look at this. I'm gonna get rid of the indicators. Look, from here, the market just dumped aggressively, right? It dumped hard, so all the way down there. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm not saying the market will do what it do, right? We can't guarantee that anything is going to happen, but we prepare for that move. This candle has 35 seconds, about 30 seconds now. So now the break of the candle would be up here. I'd rather take this if it wicks the zone. Let me bring down the transparency, opacity, so we can see it. Okay, it's wicking. So now it would be at 61.60. So I'm selling 2 minis here. It's a limit order, so it's not selling it yet. It will sell it once it breaks that candle. Like once it goes through that, or like once it taps that price, it'll sell. Good morning, Vashi. Good morning, Fernie. I just looked at the comments. I hope you guys are doing good. So yeah, I went straight for it today. Like I went straight for it. Now, this time, even though the stop loss, I would have it there. Like I told you guys, my trades, they don't struggle. Like the winners, my winners don't struggle. So I'm not actually going to have it all the way at 9. I'll have it like at 5 ticks at most. If it hits my stop loss, that's okay. I'm done trading for the day. I've really been giving myself the chance though for this move, because I'm telling you, this past like 2 months, every time I see this type of move exactly like this, it's not a fresh zone, right? It's not a zone that's right here, but every time I skip on a zone that's like huge like this, it ends up winning, it ends up dumping, and then I regret it. So today, I'm not even today, from now on, if there is an opportunity, if I perceive an opportunity, I'm going to take it. I might reduce the size. I might, bring the stop loss closer. But I'm not going to live with any regrets. I'd rather try it. If it doesn't work out, it just doesn't work out. I'm not going to blow my account on that move, right? Beso, beso. Mwah. Yeah, I'm not going to blow my account on that move, but I'll try it. Right now, the market, again, it wigged the zone. It hasn't closed inside, so we're still good for it. Again, this is a counter trend move. It is. I know that. I'm accepting the consequences of this trade. Now, if it goes through this 5-minute supply, like through the zone, then I'm done with that setup. Oh, and it did, right? Okay, so I'm done with the 5-minute supply, but the 15-minute is holding. So I will have to actually go to the 15-minute time frame, and if I take it, it has to be off the 15-minute. So now the entry would be actually down here. So I have to get rid of that. I usually just click on exit at market and cancel. I usually go here because sometimes you may have other orders that you may have forgotten about. So I just do that so I could close all of the orders. And Vashi, I'm sure you're still here. I know we got, right after the stream, we got our meeting. So our one-on-one to go over the homework, the assignment. So I'm here. I'll be there. So I'll send you a message right after this. Yeah, oil right now is buying aggressively. You gotta understand the open is coming. So I think these people are bringing oil all the way up to drop it in the open, which sucks because I don't trade the open. They're almost tempting me to trade it, but I'd rather not. But that's what it looks like they're doing. They're pushing it up, and in the open, I think it's gonna drop hard. Perfect. got the notebook ready. That's beautiful. Yeah, we'll definitely go over that. It sucks. I'd rather have a 5-minute entry than a 15, but a 15, I'll still take a 15-minute setup. That's my highest time frame. I don't go past 15 minutes. Again, this candle has 10 minutes. 10 minutes left. And you know what? And I didn't take this earlier because I missed it. Like, it was late. This is the VWAP rejection setup. I would have won if I didn't miss this, but this is why I don't trade more than like two, like just literally more than two instruments because of this. And even trading two instruments, I missed the winning setup. This setup right here, the VWAP rejection, it won. Let's see, trading. L on gold, not knowing what to do. Could have avoided this setup, but I took a chance on it because of the support. Didn't really give the close. Okay, perfect. I'm done for the day. 15 minutes. I also have the EMAs. Could have skipped general to full setup. I actually missed out on this 5-minute gold VWAP rejection setup. Oh, this VWAP rejection setup on gold. Hi, puppy. Kind of mad, but by the time I saw it, you're bouncing the ball. It would have been a late entry. You're bouncing the ball, puppy. Be careful, don't fall. Okay, so I did miss a setup. I missed this VWAP rejection setup because by the time I saw it, when I saw it, it was about, hold on. I shared the wrong one. I shared the 15-minute. It was supposed to be the 5. This is actually, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, this was actually the VWAP rejection setup. Just follow this arrow right here. That's the VWAP being rejected, and that setup won. I missed that one, but it's nothing I could do about it now. We're not gonna cry over spilled milk, right? It just lets me know I need to be a little bit more attentive. Or I guess a little bit quicker, but that's always gonna happen. I mean, you're not gonna catch everything. So come on, oil wants to keep buying. Okay, yep, 15-minute setup is cooked. He just tapped it. I don't consider it invalid until he goes through it. And he's right there. It's not through. He definitely is right on it. He's on it. He's on it, but it's not through. Once it's through, I get rid of it. Okay, now bouncing the ball, puppy. I mean, now I would consider that. It is true. It is through. It's through. It went through it. It's just a tick. It's just a tick though, but this is the type of thing that the market be doing. Like, you make it questionable, right? I wanted to just go through so I could get rid of that zone, but he just wants to make it questionable. Okay, there we go. That's a clean break. So it went through it. There is no 15-minute setup now. Let me make sure I don't have any. Yep, no open orders. There's no demand setup here. Now we only got the 1 hour supply at this point. Let me make sure that that's true. 5-minute went through. This one was already tapped. Yeah, no other setups. Okay, so I'm done with oil right now. There's no setups here. No setups there. Oil is done right now. And the open is coming in 6 minutes. There are no red folder news until 2 p.m. Hold on real quick. Okay. So my only other option right now is gold. But gold had this 5-minute rejection, like VWAP rejection, and then it just consolidated. So right now, gold is not in a good place. So I am not going to force it. That's not tradable right now. I'll come back to the market. There is a supply here, but it will be counter trend. So the only place where I was willing to take a counter trend move was in oil because of the 1 hour, again, this 1 hour supply. You see that 1 hour supply, and I still think it's going to hold. The only problem is I don't have an entry. I don't have a clear entry, and I just don't sell to sell. Like, I need a setup. We're going to do this in a disciplined way. Like, if I was to sell this like with a setup, it would be this 1 hour setup, which I'm not going to take a 1 hour setup, but technically, if you are to take a 1 hour setup, it would look something like this. Because this is still a legitimate supply setup. You just have to wait a longer amount of time. And I really think the open is going to bring those sales. The only other opportunity I have here would be a liquidity grab. Because we have all these weak rejections here, if the market wicks like right outside of that, I would have an entry for sales at that point. That's the only other play I have. You possibly trade other stuff. You could find sales here, but again, it will be counter trend. Just know that. At this point, I'm not going to look at NAS. I'm not going to look at anything else. US 30. Yes, I'm not doing that because I'm locking in on oil and gold. That's it. That's all I plan on trading for the next. That's what I plan on trading for the next 6 months. But of course, if I have to make adjustments, I'll make adjustments because sometimes supply and demand may not hit for gold, let's say for like a whole month. So if I have to make that adjustment, I'll make it. But as of right now, I want to get sharper on these moves. Hi, papi. Toma agua. Toma agua. Agua. Yeah, like that, papi. Yes, agua, mi amor. Nice. Okay, 2 minutes till the open. We'll see what the open does. If the open takes liquidity and it drops, I'm in. That's really the only other play I see right now. If that doesn't happen, most likely I'll probably be done after that. Because again, it's not like I didn't take any setups today. I took this as a 15-minute setup, the 15-minute setup here. I took a re, and none of them worked. So, you singing, papi? Are you singing? You like to sing? I love to hear you sing. Yeah, we got 2 minutes, a little bit less than 2 minutes to the open. Again, I put this here because I'm getting ready for a liquidity grab. I put the first line, I put it above the highest close, candle close, right? You see that? There is no other close above that. And then the next line, I put it above the highest wick. You see that? That's how I do it. And the liquidity grab needs to go past the high, like that second line. It needs to go past. It needs to take people out right here, and then it needs to come back. When it comes back, I'll wait for the break of the candle, and that's when I go in. And actually, I think the open is gonna bring that. We have less than a minute now, so I'm gonna get ready. We're looking at the 5 here. I'm gonna get ready for that. So far, right now, the open, the break of the candle would be here. Again, I'm still looking for sales. Counter trend move right now. Okay, this is the open. Counter trend move. I am aware of that again. 1-to-1 being my first target. Come on, take liquidity. Take liquidity. I wanted to push all the way up. Come on. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Getting ready for a liquidity grab. That right there is already a liquidity grab. Let's say that's all it does. That's a liquidity grab. That is a liquidity grab. 1-to-1. Okay, my entry would be, well, technically right now, this candle. That's where it would be right now. At 61.74. 61.74. Okay, it went up higher. That's okay because I'm not putting the stop loss all the way up there, but it will guide my take profit. I do this at first to guide the take profit. Yeah, papi. Okay. You see that? So, okay, I'm waiting. I'm still waiting patiently. I'm going to get rid of the 1 hour supply because it's done. This would be, again, liquidity grab. And liquidity grabs are usually more aggressive, so it's easier to make a lot more money from them. This is my last setup for the day. I know I didn't show the other two because it wasn't my streaming time. Well, actually, the other setup, it was only one setup with multiple entries. Okay, it has 2 minutes. This is good. I'm gonna get ready at 61.74. Trading minis, 61.74. Selling 2. Yep, there we go. That's two mini contracts. Or 2 minis. Hold on. That's the entry at 61.74. I don't recommend you take this with me because, again, I have been trading supply and demand for a while, and I'm not going to put my stop loss all the way up there. I'm not doing that. Technically, that's where it should be. That's not where it's going to be for me. If I have the opportunity to take this setup, because I may or may not get the break of the candle, if I have an opportunity, and the setup is valid as long as no candles close above this line. As long as no candles close above this line, we still have a liquidity grab. The setup is still valid, and I could still get an entry. And let's just say that we get candles that close inside of this, then I could get a better entry. Yeah, I think this next 6 months, I'm really focused on that. I'm focused on the entry. Like, I think the entry right now is very, very important. The way that I enter and the way that I exit. Like having deep drawdowns, we can't be doing that no more. Or I can't be doing that anymore. The stop loss right now is, I don't have a perfect number, but I'm looking to be anywhere between 3 to 5 ticks, taking multiple re-entries, up to 2 re-entries. So technically it would be 3 times. I would give myself 3 opportunities to win. Now it has about 15 seconds. It just needs to close down here for this to be a setup that I consider. Right now it's not looking good. It's not looking like a liquidity grab anymore. Let's see where it closes. Yeah, that liquidity grab is done. It's done. We got the closure. So we gotta remove that. Yep, we don't have an entry there. And we don't have that because we got price closing above this previous high, this 61.89. So yes, there could be a pullback, but I'm not gonna go for any of that because it could do this. It could just drop down like right now and keep going up. Again, and I don't trade randomly, so I'm not just taking random things. It's sad because, or not sad, but it just sucks because, again, if it would have just closed right on the line, that would have still been valid. But right now, liquidity grab is invalid. And is there a 1 minute? At this point, I would look for 1 minute buy, like a 1 minute demand, because the market just keeps going up. So there is a 1 minute demand right here, but it already tapped. So that one is done. There's this one here, but I'm not taking it because at this point that would be being thirsty for a setup, and I'm not gonna be thirsty for a setup. Let me see what gold is doing, if it's still consolidating. Yeah, I'm done with oil for now, I guess. Hold on real quick. Okay. Can we get another VWAP rejection setup? Only problem is consolidation. You see, like, there could be a VWAP rejection, but this is inside of consolidation. Good morning, Papi. It would have to be super clean. Like, I would need this to dig in and then go all the way up here and break somewhere up here. At that point I would take it, but not inside of this range here. Like, not inside of that. So yes, I'm here looking for a trade. That's it. I'm not really like, today I'm not really like teaching concepts or anything. It's mainly, again, this is the last week where I'm going like deeper into things. Starting next week, my plan, and I'll be honest with you guys, I'm just gonna tell you guys, my plan is to actually go through the whole trading, what is it, candlestick trading Bible. Like, starting next week, I'm just gonna every day just go through it until I finish the whole candlestick trading Bible. Because I'll be honest with you, I started that book, I read enough, but I didn't finish it. Like, there is so much I didn't read from it that, and I'm not saying I'm gonna be reading it. We're gonna be going through it together. Any question that you guys have for beginners, whoever wants to watch it. We'll go through that. So that's the plan moving forward for the YouTube streams. On Discord, I'm going to be doing what I'm doing now here, which is taking setups, answering questions. That's pretty much the plan. So you guys, and of course I said it's for beginners, but you guys are definitely welcome to watch the streams. If you haven't gone through the candlestick trading Bible, you could go through it with me. Even now that I know more about trading, there are still things there that I don't really know, or I don't recognize if I see it on the chart right away, that I will have to reference the book. But by going through it, it'll be easier to like see certain things on the charts. 12 seconds. We did get a rejection, but the entry would be inside of that range. The open is coming soon. One moment, I'm looking at my other computer real quick. What happened? What boo boo puppy? Right here? Yeah. This right here is rejecting the VWAP, and if it rejects the 200, that's not bad. But again, the open is coming soon, so yeah, oil it just wants to buy. Of course it's selling right now, but it's not dropping. It's not melting. And when we have this EMAs like this and the VWAP, usually this means that this is a strong trend. When you see them lining up like this, like this, I don't know, like fingers going like this or this way, I guess. Yeah, this way. So when you see that formation, usually the trend is strong. Watch it just drop all the way and melt now. That's the 1 minute time frame. Back to the 5 minute time frame. This candle has 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. And technically we got support right there, so I'm gonna get rid of this line. Support. If it goes through this, then we got liquidity grab. It has to grab it and turn around. It can't just grab it and keep going. It has to grab it, turn around. But I would love, ideally, I would take this if it grabbed liquidity and rejected both the 200 and the VWAP. If he did that, I would take it, even if he was inside of this, but not just this, not just the setup being inside. Any questions? Are you guys looking at anything? Talk to me. Anything that you guys are looking at, anything that you're looking forward to. I will let you guys know right now. I may or may not be streaming tomorrow. and Friday. Why? Because I have family members coming over. I know I gotta go get them at the airport tomorrow. I believe, what is it? Maybe around 10, 11. So I may be able to stream tomorrow. Maybe. I think so. Just know it's not guaranteed. Tomorrow and Friday is not guaranteed. Friday, I'm gonna have them here. I'll try to stream, but if we're gonna hit the street, then I'm not gonna stream. So I'm gonna leave it up in the air. The best thing you could do is look at my community post. So on YouTube, I'll show you where it's at. Either go, like, follow me on Instagram. I'll let everybody know on the Discord too. I'll make an announcement on Discord. But on my channel, you could go to post. If you go to post, I'll let you know here. Like, this is where I'll let you know. So you're not gonna have to scroll down. It's gonna be like right here. So that's the best way to know for sure. Again, I have family members coming over, so you already know. Like, and we are kind of spontaneous. Like right now, we're saying one thing. Who knows if we end up in like Miami? Like, we don't know what's gonna happen. So okay, this setup closed down here, so it's not a VWAP rejection anymore. It's not rejecting the 200. There is a supply setup now. Gold has a supply setup, and 15 minutes till the open. 15 minutes till the gold open. There is a break of structure now, so this is good. It would be even better if he closes below this line. It will be even better. Fernie, I only look at NAS 100 on the 15 minute. Gone. 6-6. I'll take a quick look at NAS for Fernie. You go, Fernando. Fernie, you got this. Yep. I'll you know what, for you, I'll definitely look at it. I have some lines here. Let's get rid of everything. Let's keep it clean. Okay. I know counter trend. There is this supply. It's counter trend. It's counter trend. This supply, but it is there. Nevertheless, it is there. I didn't make it up. I would not take counter trend moves unless I have a strong reason to take it. Again, like for oil I had a strong reason to take it, and if I have a reason, if I see some oh, this is clean for the 1 hour. That, yeah, Nas was just bullish there. But yeah, if I have a strong reason, then why not? You listen, you only live once. You live and you learn. Sometimes if you see an opportunity, that might be your edge. If it's an opportunity that you're seeing over and over, and you see it playing out over and over, I'm telling you, that might be your edge. Like, back tested, forward tested. Like, for example, for me, I see the M drop setups, like M drop reversals, and I could talk about that. I'll be talking about that on my Discord at some point. Those setups is something that I've been seeing happening all the time. I don't know if people trade that. I just know that I see it all the time, and I took a few of those trades. I won with some of those trades, so now that's something that I added to my bag. So Nas, I mean, 1 hour demand over there, nothing on the 15. Like, I mean, when it comes to supply and demand, and on the 5 there is that supply right there, which is counter trend. X. You can't see it on the stream, but I'm telling you, I do think oil is going to drop, but I need to see an opportunity. Like, that's the problem. Like, I'm telling you, I almost know that it's going to drop hard like this, but if I don't have the entry, if I don't have a setup, I can't just take anything randomly. And why not? Why not? You may ask yourself, why can't you just take some random sales? You gotta ask yourself that, right? You gotta think about the habit. If you turn that into a habit, what you think your long-term profitability is going to be. You see, you can't just think about the moment. That's how a lot of people fail at trading. That's how a lot of people don't make no money from trading, because they think about the moment, they don't think about their habits. What's gonna make us profitable is our habits, not the setups themselves. It's our habits. X papi. The 1 minute, is there a 1 minute setup? Toma, papi. You're welcome, papi. There's going to be a demand here, a 1 minute demand, but I'm already seeing a flag or a triangle right here, like this whole setup. What happened, papi? Oh, it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall. I didn't forget. I know where we're at. I know where we're at. Toma, papi. Okay, right here. So this lets me know that a breakout is coming. When you see a triangle, a breakout is coming. Now, I'm not gonna tell you, like, for me, it doesn't, like, that could be to the upside. Usually it depends on how it's happening, but could be to the upside, it could be to the downside. I've seen it go both ways. Even when it looks like a bullish triangle, for example, it breaks to the downside, and then the opposite is true as well. If it's like a bearish triangle, it'll break to the upside. So I don't guarantee to myself, I don't say, oh, it's going to break to the upside, let me look for buys, or the opposite. I just know that a breakout is coming at some point, and I prepare for it. I prepare for it by taking a setup. At this point, a setup that's clean. Yeah, a clean setup. So, but this setup, this demand is not clean because this push did not go past these highs over here. So that's not the best demand setup. Is there a supply there? Supply. Yeah, and this one looks like it won. But the 1 minute setups, I don't just take the 1 minute setups like that, because they move fast. They move fast, and the 1 minute time frame, they'll create a lot of setups. So you might pick the wrong one. And yes, that could happen on the other time frames, but on the 1 minute, it just happens more often. So I'm not saying I won't ever trade it more often, but as of right now, I'm more careful with the 1 minute. You could say I'm not there yet to trade the 1 minute consistently, and that's okay. Like, that's okay. You don't have to rush the process. Don't rush how fast you go down. Like, let's say if you trade off of the 1 hour and your goal is to trade off of the lower time frames, you don't have to rush that process. You could be trading off of the 1 hour as you're forward testing. Let's say the 1 hour, you trade off the one, you could forward test. Hold on, papi. You could forward test the 15 minute, or vice versa. If you trade the 15 minute, you could forward test the 5 minute time frame. Toma the egg, papi, toma. Love you, papi. It's an egg. Well, also today's Wednesday, so oil has this news. Hold on, is today Wednesday? I'm sure it is. Yeah, 28th. Yep. It should have. Oh, it doesn't have what? Pretty much every Wednesday we get the oil inventory news. What's going on? Maybe because, well, we got natural gas storage on Thursday. Oh, they moved it down a day. I think it's because we had a Memorial Day, so it looks like they pushed it down to tomorrow. So yeah, we shouldn't have anything that affects oil directly. So 5 minute time frame, no setups, a little bit of consolidation. So yep, not looking at oil anymore. Look at this now. We're getting some nasty wicks here. Some nasty wicks, but the 1 hour tap, I mean, not the 1 hour, the 5-minute supply tapped. Let's see what it does. This is the last thing I'm looking at. And then, oh, it didn't tap yet. It's about to tap, but then it just dropped. It didn't tap. It left a gap still. So, no tap, no break of the candle, no entry. So as of right now, there is no entry there. Oh, but well, we got the open coming. So let's see what the open does. Hold on real quick. All right. Waiting for the open. Hi, baby. I'm blessed, and you? You happy? I'm happy to have you in my life, puppy. That's a blue egg. Yeah, the market right now is just waiting for that. Yeah, for those 5 minutes. So I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna make some coffee. So I'm gonna go on the break screen. I'll be right back at 9:30. I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna end the stream. So you could go ahead, take your break, do what you need to do, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. So don't leave. Don't leave. Just leave and come back, I guess. I'll be back. Okay, 9:30. I am back. And we got the open. We got the open. We're gonna look at gold because oil already had the open. Doesn't have any setups right now, so we're just gonna keep looking at oil, gold right now. So gold looks like it wants to dump, or it grab liquidity. So that's all liquidity grabbing, but the open is here. So I might just wait for this supply. If this supply doesn't give us an entry, yeah, I would be done for the day. So 5-minute HP supply. No more liquidity grab, so we're gonna get rid of that. Mind you, the way that I'm trading, I'll give one setup, I'll give it up to 3 tries because I'm having a small stop loss. Small stop loss with up to 3 entries, like 3 entry attempts. The first entry, the re-entry, and the second re-entry. So only thing I don't like, this zone is huge. Let me see. Not huge, but I would have liked it a lot smaller. Again, I want it as long as he wicks it. If he closes inside, I'm gonna ignore the zone too because we have all this consolidation here. All of this is consolidation, so if my entry cannot be like anywhere here, it needs to go here and break somewhere down here. Shout out to you guys, Vashi, Fernie, the One Stop Trader. Who else? My brother-in-law, Elias. If you're watching me, shout out to you. Who else? I recognize. I know I be recognizing the names. There's another name. I know my man's Key. He be on it sometimes. He's definitely always putting in the work in the server. So okay, so gold wants to keep dropping, it looks like, without going back to the supply. If that happens, that's okay. On the 1 minute, is there anything here? There is a 1 minute supply. It's gonna be there once this candle closes, but I don't want to take that. We got rejections here. This thing's hot. It's hot, but it's good. If he rejects, like at least give me the VWAP rejection. If you give me the VWAP rejection, I'm in. But you gotta give me something that I trade. Like patience, patience, patience. You see, like I'm not just randomly going in. I need one of my setups. I trade supply and demand. This is gonna sound like I'm doing a lot, but I'm not. Why? Because mainly I trade supply and demand. Liquidity grabs. As I learned it, it was almost like trading supply and demand, but it was part of it. It was like a combo. Then I'm not saying that other people don't call it this, don't trade this, but I noticed that when the market rejects the VWAP, it gets some explosive moves. So I call it a VWAP rejection. I don't know if you look it up on YouTube, it might be a term, but I call it a VWAP rejection. So I trade that. And I like it. Like, for example, here it rejected the VWAP, but it wasn't like deep. I like it when it does this. Like, it goes kind of deep, and then it turns around. Like, it goes the opposite way. But I'm not gonna take it like this, even though it could win, but I'm not gonna take it like that. What else? The end drop reversals. End drop reversals is something else I trade, but I give less weight to certain strategies. Most of the weight I'll give it to supply and demand, liquidity grabs. If I trade other stuff, I might go in lighter, like with less contracts, or instead of trading minis on a platform account, I might trade micros. I'm okay with trading minis on a platform account, not my live account. I don't trade minis on my live account. Not right now. In the future, I will, just not right now. And I will always be transparent about which account I'm trading. Today, I'm looking to trade, or I did trade on my platform account. The challenge, platform challenge. So right off the bat, I'll tell you, this setup has a problem because it's still within this consolidation. And even here, we're getting consolidation as well. So I need to see a wick. If I'm going to take this setup, I need to see a huge, like a wick. And the entry somewhere down here. Like as long as I see a wick and the entry down here, I'll take it. But it's not, this is not a plus. I'm telling you that right now. It's not a plus because it has a bunch of consolidation around. We could be ideal. We could be ideal and only look for A plus setups. But the way that these markets are right now, to get an A plus setup, like a true A plus setup, is hard. Sometimes you may have to sit on your hands for like a whole week just for one setup or two setups, and that's okay. Like if you want to do it like that, it's okay. But then you got to understand that even an A plus 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 setup may still fail because the outcome of an individual trade is still random. Your edge plays out over a number of trades, not on a single setup. So for me, it's all about probabilities. Yes, I want A plus setups, but if I see a reason to take a setup, like again here, if I get candles closing inside, I'm not taking it. I need to see that wick, that rejection, and I will take it with the understanding that it might consolidate. Do you guys have any plans for this weekend? Any plans? Who's doing anything? Even if your plan is just to be in bed or to just go for a walk, like what plans do you have this weekend? Okay, we got another VWAP rejection here. That's another VWAP rejection. VWAP rejection twice. I'll do one. I'm gonna reduce the risk to one. I'm gonna put my stop loss like here. Only because it is a setup that I take, but I reduce the risk. Instead of trading 2 minis, I'm trading one. The 1-to-1 would be here. And I put my stop loss. I did put it at 3305.4, 3305.4, 3305.4. All right, and 3297, 3297, 3297. That's the take profit. That's it. So we're in this setup now. The outcome of this single setup is random. Of course, I have an edge in that this is a strategy that I trade. What the? Oh my gosh. So a single, look at that. A single contract in gold is giving me, I'm at 300 and 400. Oh my gosh. 500. Come on. Boom. That's right. That's it. That's it. Boom. Come on. That's it. We are out. Yes, boy. Do not play with me. Listen. Yo, I'm telling y'all. I am telling y'all this. Yo. Hold on. These VWAP rejections are deadly. They are deadly. Why am I so hyped? Because VWAP rejections, it's something that I did not go on YouTube. I didn't go on YouTube for that. I didn't. I put in the time and I realized that this VWAP, come on, Bobby, come on. He gets excited with me. These VWAP rejections, I noticed, like, they are deadly. They are. And when you put, yo, I'm telling you, like, I've been putting in the time. I've been putting in the work. Like, I don't care who doesn't believe me. I don't care because I'm going to trade. And right now, I don't trade minis in my life account. But when I start trading minis, like, that was a $500 trade. You saw that. It went up to 500. A $500 trade. I minimized my risk. My stop loss is not at 500, right? Because I realized my winning trades, they do not struggle. This next 6 months, I'm telling y'all, lock in with me because this next 6 months are going to be profitable. Profitable, why? Because we're working with patience. We're working with discipline. We are working with trusting ourselves. In these markets, you have to trust yourself. If you're not trusting yourself, like, it's gonna be hard to make anything happen because the market will make you question yourself, your abilities, your knowledge. The market will make you do that. I have questioned my abilities. I'm not saying this because I'm better than anybody. No, I'm human. But I said I gotta trust myself. I gotta trust myself. That was a live trade. Y'all saw me do this. Listen, I'm not a Miami scammer. I'm in Tampa. I keep saying that. Toma café, papi. My son wants coffee. I'm not a Miami scammer, and I'm not saying that all of the scammers are in Miami. A lot of them are. In Tampa, yo, I don't know, but I've been watching this other YouTuber, like YouTube trader. You know what? Let me exit. Make sure. Always do this. Always exit a market. Make sure you do not leave any orders pending, open. Like, always, please, always. After you get out of your trade, do that. Hold on, I gotta let the Discord know. I gotta let them know. Hey, caught this VWAP rejection setup. Made back all my losses, which was about, I know it was like 160. This setup profited 500 plus. Let me actually, just to make it clear for them, this is the VWAP rejection right here. And look, I was talking about this the other day. The first VWAP rejection did not go. Like, this is what this market is doing. Hold on, papi, toma café. This is what this market is doing. This market is faking out a lot on the first one, like on all of the setups I've seen, even supply and demand. It'll fake. Like, this was the first, technically, this was the first VWAP reaction, right here, rejection, right there. But it struggled. But then on the second one, it just went. I'm telling y'all, patience. Great trade. You call it. Screenshot that. Yep. Let me do this. Toma, papi. Café heat. My son loves café. Okay, papi. Wait, I gotta do this. Okay. Right there. I'm gonna screenshot that. Technically, this is what the setup looked like. Forgot to remove the supply. Yes. So starting next week, I'll be trading live on this server. We'll let y'all know more info throughout the week. I'll explain what I'm doing on my live streams. Let me put that here. So on my wins, I gotta put it here. Bernie, you said that was amazing to watch. Thank you, bro. Like, thank you, bro. So this is the win. Toma, papi. Okay, so I'm telling y'all, like, this is why you have to trust yourself. If you're seeing a pattern work often, that might be your edge. Again, I don't know. I didn't even look it up. If people trade VWAP rejections, I don't know. They probably do. I just know that hold on real quick. Hold on. Papi, toma, that's it. This is the last one. I just know that I kept seeing the VWAP being rejected, and then you got an explosive move right after that. I kept seeing that. So you gotta trust what you're seeing. That's your edge. What you're seeing, that's your edge. And even when it fails, keep trusting yourself. Even when your setups fail, keep trusting yourself, because nothing is going to hit 100% of the time. It's not. But you're gonna have other institutions, institutional traders, banks, like other traders that are going to be seeing what you're seeing, and they're gonna go in with you, right? And it's not gonna happen all the time, but a lot of the time they are gonna go in with you. Some people only trade reversals like the VWAP rejection. Yeah, some people only trade reversals like the VWAP rejection. That's right. I gotta put this here. VWAP rejection setup hit. 500 plus win on my challenge account. I would not mislead anybody making you think this is my live account. On my challenge account, trading it was only 1 mini. Trading 1 mini. Saw it. Didn't hesitate. You saw I was asking y'all about what y'all doing this weekend, but I saw it. Didn't hesitate. Took it and let it play out. This is the part that's hard for a lot of people to do. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that setup at $300, $400, I almost closed it. But I'm working on letting my assessment play out. I'm not even going. You saw I went for a 1-to-1, and then I brought down. We're gonna talk about all of that. Moving forward on the Discord, I brought down the stop loss, technically making my setup, making it a higher risk reward setup. It's still a 1-to-1 because the market still usually will consider that a 1-to-1. But I'm doing, we're gonna get into it. Those are the type of things I will be talking about, sharing on my live streams. That's what's gonna be happening on Discord. Happy to have believed in myself and taken this setup. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. So I got my one-on-one with Vashi right now. I'll send you a message whenever you're ready. I don't know if you're gonna take a little break or something, but yeah, I'm gonna hit you up. So I know I have an appointment at 11, so we'll have a good like 30-45 minutes to go over it. So yes, any questions before I go? Any questions here? That was an explosive. Yeah, that was amazing. I'm just happy because I haven't been trusting myself. Like this past 6 months, it was hard for me to trust myself until I said screw it. I'm not gonna lie, in my mind I said something else. It starts with an F, but I said it. I said screw it. I have to trust myself. I know what I'm doing, but sometimes I don't know. I'm not gonna keep talking. Any questions? So today the profit, look, of course I did tell y'all like at the beginning, and this is, you see, the adjustment I'm doing is working because at the beginning I had one setup. I had 3 attempts on that setup. 3 attempts, lost it, right? It was me trying to sell oil. That didn't work at that time. Fine. Then I took a second setup, which was now the gold setup. That gold setup went in once, boom, made all of that money. One setup made back for all of the losses. I'm finding a way, and this is what's coming. This is what's coming. The first 6 months I realized that my problem was the freaking again, and real quick, it does say demo. This is, and I know it has my account number here. I'm not oblivious, but this is on my Top Step account. I'm not worried about that. If it was my life account, you wouldn't be seeing that. But you gotta understand, the first 6 months, I was letting my trades go deep into drawdown. Like it was 1-to-1, right? But at a 1-to-1, just straight up 1-to-1, my losers, they were always going to the stop loss, right? It wasn't working. Not in this market. Like last year, yes, last year was working. This market, where my setups were going into drawdown, yeah, it was no coming back from that. So I'm making the adjustments. We're gonna talk about it in depth next week on my Discord. When I go live, we're gonna talk about that in depth, because these are the things that make you profitable. These are the things that make you better in the markets. Like YouTube will remain a place where I share all of the basic stuff. I'm not charging for none of that. I'm not. On Discord is the place where, like, once you know the basics, once you know your foundational stuff, this is where we're focusing on making money. Like at the end of the day, that's what we're trading, right? Yes, I love trading. Yes, I love the art. I love the skill. I love it, right? But am I gonna do all of this if it's not gonna have results in my life at some point? Am I gonna do it? No, because I have a son to feed. I have a son that wants coffee right now, right? So if nobody has any questions, I'm out. Vashi, I'll see you soon. This is Yo Javi. The world is yours.